think we're still off air. At the moment. Hey, I think we're live. Nice. Welcome everybody. This is the Ask Me Anything with the Cosplay Token team and Omri from Bancor. We'll be having a bit of a chat with both teams. Get to know a bit about both the projects, and then we'll be taking questions from the audience. So for any of you guys out there listening in, please chuck a question in the comments, and we'll be able to answer those as well. First off, we might just wait a little bit for a few viewers to come in. So we'll just have a bit of a chat, and just for the next few minutes. So feel free to start shooting through some questions, and then we'll get started properly. So how was your day, Omri?
My day's great, actually. Everything's going great.
What time is it over there?
I'm actually in Tel Aviv right now, so it's noon, and it's Tel Aviv in July, so it's insanely hot. It's good to be indoors.
Buttons up.
What?
Is that why you've got so many buttons undone?
Yeah, exactly. This is also just Middle East culture, you know, open up as many buttons. But
and to the Cosplay Token team, how's it going over there?
Hey, we are good.
Where are you guys at the moment?
Where?
Where?
6 p.m.
When?
Them in Tokyo.
I'm in Tokyo, yeah.
Tokyo.
Oh, very nice. And how's the weather? As warm as it is in Tel Aviv?
Really hot right now, though.
And it's humid.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm here in Melbourne, and it's about, I think today we hit 15 degrees Celsius. So for Australia, that's pretty cold. We don't get too much colder than this, at least in the capital cities. So pretty good.
I lived in Melbourne before for like 3 years. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Did you like it?
Not really.
I like Melbourne. But I haven't been to Tokyo, actually, so.
He's just kidding.
Being polite. Cool, cool. Well, all right, then. I think we might as well make a start. Firstly, I'd like to welcome everyone in the audience for joining us on this AMA. AMA, of course, stands for Ask Me Anything. So we're inviting you guys to ask our two projects here any questions that you've got. I'll be your host. My name's Tom Lynch. I work for the MoWorks Creative Agency. We're an ICO marketing agency based in Melbourne, but we work with projects all over the world, helping them to launch their ICO. So firstly, I might get the Cosplay Token team to introduce themselves. Just tell us a little bit about each of you.
Okay.
Hi, guys. I'm Daisuke. I'm in charge of marketing. Thank you for your time. Let's have a talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm Shion from Cure WorldCosplay. I'm mainly for the global community managers, and I'm a cosplayer as well.
And my name is Yutaro. I'm an advisor of Cosplay Token, this project.
Thanks so much, guys, and it's really good to have you all on board. Very nice t-shirts.
Thank you.
Now over to Omri. What about do you do for Bancor?
So I'm head of growth at Bancor, which is also on the marketing angle, marketing side of things, and really excited actually for cosplay and what they're doing with the Bancor protocol and what they're, I'm excited to get into this.
Yeah, cool. Now, Cosplay Token team, who wants to give us a bit of a brief about a bit of an overview of the Cosplay Token project? Can you hear that one, guys?
So, as you know, we are doing the cosplay ICO. Cosplay stands for costume play. So people who like to dress up as their favorite cartoon characters, moving characters, then we have a social media platform, and it has 720,000 users from 180 countries. So we are one of the largest cosplay social media in the world.
Very nice. And as a bit of a backside to that, the Cosplay Token team, as well as owning WorldCosplay.net, and that's kind of, they're using it as a Kickstarter for their project because they've got such a huge platform there. Cosplay Token is planning on bringing a token to the cosplay industry, which is going to help help the whole industry face a few major challenges that they have, including like copyright and revenue sharing issues, trust and harassment in the industry, and the ability for cosplayers to gain more recognition. And all of those issues in the industry can be targeted by the introduction of Cosplay Token, which hopefully will be able to bring monetization and globalization to the cosplay industry. Does that sound like a pretty good description?
Yeah, thank you. Exactly. We like to use blockchain to solve our current problem that Tom just explained. And there are so many problems and not only problems, issues we have. So we hope to sort out everything after we finish ICO.
Very nice. And yeah, just a little bit of backside to my role, as well as I'm working with the MOEX Creative Agency and Cosplay Token. We're working with Cosplay Token to help promote their ICO. So I'm kind of in a role where I have a lot of contact with the Cosplay Token team. So I'm able to answer a few questions about their side of things as well. All right then, thanks so much for that, guys. Now over to Omri. We've just got a few quick questions to give people an introduction to Bancor and the Bancor protocol. So just for the audience, like I know we've probably got, in our audience at the moment, we've probably got half coming from the Cosplay Token side of things and half from the Bancor side. So an introduction, Omri, what is Bancor to start with, and what are you guys trying to achieve?
Sure. So Bancor is developed technology to allow for currency to have built-in price discovery. So it's currency with a built-in exchange. And what that does is it automatically provides liquidity for any token that adopts the Bancor protocol. So what that means is you don't actually need to buy or sell a specific token from a human being, right? Right now, a lot of tokens, you actually have to go to an exchange, find somebody to sell you the token. You have to buy it from that person. Bancor allows you to buy and sell that token from the token's own smart contract, which means that, first of all, it allows for a dynamic supply of tokens, right? So you can have an ever-increasing amount of tokens. And the more people that buy that token, the higher the price of that token is. The more people that sell, the token price goes down. But the idea is that you can actually have something like what Cosplay Token is trying to do, which is hundreds of thousands of tokens without necessarily the ability to match a buyer and a seller at the same time and still be able to provide liquidity for every one of those tokens. So the idea is by enabling liquidity from the token's smart contract itself, you can actually have a much wider variety of tokens with a much lower volume. You don't need high volume in order to provide liquidity for tokens.
Very nice. Thanks for that, Omri.
Sure.
Now, what interests, or as with the Cure, with Cosplay Token, their goal is to provide something that's similar to Bancor, but we're doing it in a way that instead of, as the smart tokens that Omri just spoke about, we're allowing cosplayers to create their own smart tokens, which we're referring to as players' coins. And that's going to be done in an implementation similar to the Bancor protocol. Omri, can you give us a little bit of an understanding of how that Bancor protocol works?
Yeah, so this is actually one of my favorite implementations of the Bancor protocol is what Cosplay Token is doing. Because what's actually happening is that every cosplayer is actually getting their own coin, right? And what that actually does is you're actually connecting, uniting all these cosplayers into one network and giving a cosplay token as the network token, right? And what that allows for is, first of all, as the network grows, all people involved in the network are actually benefiting from the growth of the network. So, for example, if you have two cosplayers and one of them, you know, books a gig or does some sort of paid event, they get paid in their own token, and that'll actually increase the total value of the network. So, as opposed to currently, you know, basically what you're doing is you're creating a way for benefiting together, right? So instead of creating the zero-sum game, the more people that actually participate in cosplay, the higher the value of the entire network becomes. And you're kind of creating this united we stand, stronger together. It's enabling this great incentive network for a lot of people to actually participate together. And specifically on the Bancor side of things, the way it works is this network token, the cosplay network token, is going to be the reserve token for every one of the player tokens. So what ends up happening is that if you want to buy a player token, you actually have to fund it with the cosplay token. And the more cosplay tokens are purchased, the bigger this network becomes. And the bigger any individual cosplayer becomes, it actually increases the value of the network. So it's kind of like they say a rising tide floats all boats, right? And that's what's happening here is using the Bancor protocol to actually enable human tokens on a very specific level,
And are there any other implementations of the Bancor protocol at the moment?
Yeah, so there's actually a lot of different implementations of Bancor right now.
What are some examples of that?
So one of my favorites is what we're doing right now in Kenya, actually. We opened up an office in Kenya to facilitate community currencies in some slums in Kenya. And what that actually does is by providing a new currency into a very poor environment, you're actually you're enabling different people in the community to participate by offering services, paying for services. So it's just by injecting a liquid currency into these communities, we've actually increased the amount of meals that people are eating. And it's a very powerful tool. The power of money in this world is, I think we're finally starting to realize what the powers that can come from it by unlocking the ability to create it and to use it.
Yeah, very nice. And it's I think Bancor, since you guys ran your ICO back last year, you've come a long way. It seems like it's been progressing very quickly, and hopefully we can the Cosplay Token team will see the same amount of success. Now, onto the Cosplay Token team. How has Cosplay Token developed? Well, I guess Cosplay Token as well as Cure WorldCosplay. How has it developed so far?
Oh, sorry. What do you mean by the development?
So what has brought you to this point in time with your ICO about to launch in 2.5 days time now?
Yes.
Give us a bit of the history of worldcosplay.net and what brought you to decide to start introducing your token?
We have 2 more days for the public sale. So everybody watching this show, please check it out. We have the current problems we have is cosplayers lose business chances to monetize themselves. There are so many cosplayers, and they spend so much time and so much money on their cosplay activities. It costs a lot. but they cannot monetize. They cannot make money through cosplay activities. So we would like them to have more chances to do their business, and we want them not to quit their cosplay activity.
Yeah, very nice. Now, and how exactly are you guys working with Bancor to implement the Cure protocol? Are Bancor going to be helping you like write the code, or what exactly is that relationship there?
So we would like cosplayers to issue their own coin called Player Coin. That make it happen by using a Bancor protocol. So each cosplayer should have more business chances to make money, as I said. So we will ask Bancor to implement a Bancor protocol onto our tokens.
Cool.
Yeah, I think when we're actually working together, the Bancor protocol, so everything is open sourced. So all of our smart contracts are open sourced. So anybody can actually take this and implement it. But we've been working closely with the cosplay team to actually help them with the implementation of their network. And you know, I think it's so exciting, this idea of every single person having their own token in this network. Because first of all, it allows for speculation, right? You can actually pick a cosplayer and say, you know what? I think this cosplayer is actually going to be increasing in value over the long run. More people will want to work with this cosplayer down the line. So it creates speculation within a community. And then it also allows for, like you guys said, a better distribution and a better network effect for when cosplayers start profiting or start charging and interfacing with different clients. Because up until now, you know, if one person gets hired, that means somebody else didn't. But with this new network, if one person gets hired, everybody in the cosplay community is actually benefiting from that.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I'm going to start by, we've had some questions come through from the audience, mostly through Telegram so far. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to chuck one in the YouTube comments just below your screen where you're watching this. Now, one question that came through from Telegram is, I've read the white paper, but didn't really understand how player coins would increase in value. Aren't they just created and given to the cosplayer to sell? I think, can Shion, can you cover that one?
Yeah, sure. So actually for the cosplayer, if the cosplayer work harder, the more people buy their coins and the values actually will increase like for the both sides. So actually it's a win-win situations. And then for the cosplayer actually can provide some special bonus for their fans, like who motivate more people to buy their coins. Like for example, limited photos or videos or like some merchandise.
Cool. Another one that was, I guess, related to that is, how does supply increasing make the price go up? Wouldn't that make the price go down?
Yeah, maybe I can answer that. It sounds like a Bancor question.
Oh, yeah. It is very Bancor protocol related, I guess, and Cure protocol. Yeah.
So the way it works is every token actually has a reserve of another currency. So, for example, a player token might have a reserve of cosplay token. And when people want to buy player coins, they actually have to put cosplay tokens into the reserve. Right? So far,
yeah.
So far it's accurate. And the more tokens are in the reserve, the higher the value is for all the tokens, for all that one specific player token. So if I buy this player token very early for, you know, a certain amount, the more people that buy it, it slowly increases in value automatically because the reserve is growing for this token. So even though the supply is increasing, the reserve is increasing at the same ratio. So it's increasing in value.
Yeah, very nice. Now we've got another one coming in here. I think this is, oh, I guess we've already kind of covered this one. This one was, how many others are there like Cure using this thing, Bancor? I thought you were just an exchange for low cap coins, lol. but this sounds good. um, so
another implementation actually of Bancor, an interesting one is in EOS. I don't know if you guys know about the EOS blockchain, but so for EOS block producers, they're using the Bancor formula for RAM allocation. So in order to use RAM, you have to buy it, but there's a fixed supply of RAM. And the more people that buy RAM, the higher the price of RAM becomes. And they're using the Bancor formula for automatic price discovery, so you can buy RAM from a smart contract instead of from a person. So Bancor is an exchange, but it uses its technology, or it operates like an exchange, but it uses its technology in order to buy and sell currencies instead of from a person.
Yeah, fair enough. And as well as, does that mean, so like with a regular exchange, you have to buy directly from another person that's put up their sell order? Exactly. It means the sell orders are all within a smart contract.
Yeah, so we actually don't have sell orders on Bancor. There's no sell orders, there's no buy orders, there's just the transaction. So you just buy from the smart contract and you sell from the smart contract. So it would work the same with the cosplay token. If I want to buy a player coin, I just buy the player coin whenever I want to, at whatever price the smart contract tells me it is.
Nice. And does that mean, do all coins implemented that are on the Bancor exchange at the moment, do the prices on the Bancor exchange reflect the prices on traditional exchanges?
Yeah, so that's the interesting thing about it, is by having price discovery in the smart contract, you allow the market to move prices around. So if on an exchange, let's say, a certain player coin can actually increase in value and sell on an exchange somewhere else. And if I sell that coin somewhere else at a higher price, that means somebody can buy it at that higher price, or buy it at a lower price directly from the smart contract and sell it at a higher price. And eventually the two prices will even out. And eventually you'll get to the same price on an exchange and on the smart contract.
Cool. Thanks, Omri. We've got another one coming in, another one from Telegram. Telegram's on fire at the moment. So this is from the Cosplay Token Telegram. We've got a question. How much potential is there for the cosplay industry to grow under this new project?
We expect it to become like 5 times bigger for the potential, because the Cosplayers spent actually about 18 billion US dollar last year only for the wigs and costumes. We hope, like, I think it's actually growing like 15% each year. So we actually, if we calculate the anime entrance fees and the cosplay related markets, the market's actually potential would be 5 times bigger, like according to our information.
Another interesting stat that I've seen is it seems like the cosplay industry has been growing by like 15% per year for like the last 5 years. Is that right?
Yeah.
Jeez. So up and coming, I guess. Even here in Australia, I think the cosplay industry has been growing, and we've got a few big events held here that you often see lots of cosplayers dressed up around the city who are all heading to the big conventions. And I swear every year you see more and more about the place. Now I'm just seeing if there's any more. Give me 1 sec. I'm just having a quick look for more questions here. We've got another one coming through. How much potential is there? Oh, sorry, that's the same one. Here we go. How popular do you think the player coins will be? I guess cosplay team?
Yeah, I'm going to answer this question. So our ambassador actually have really big fan base around over the world. So we will ask them to issue their own player coin first, and then just help us to do the promotions. So our stuff, one of our stuff went to Malaysia, one of the anime con last week. So it actually helped us to promote more about our COT, and it heard from him that the cosplayer actually have really great interest on the cosplay token as well.
Cool. And the ambassadors that you talk about, who are some of the cosplay token ambassadors?
We have actually some from Taiwan, some from like Vietnam, China,
Italy.
Italia, South Africa.
And Ukraine, so from so many countries.
Yeah, so a bit all over the place. That's,
Yeah.
I guess, good for one of your goals is to help cosplay become global, and I guess having ambassadors from all over the world really puts you in a good position to be able to do that.
Yeah.
I've actually been chatting to Combo Katie, who's the ambassador, one of the Cosplay Token ambassadors. She's from South Africa, and she's been nice and involved and has been writing some articles about Cosplay Token, and actually did a piece that we republished on how to set up an Ether wallet. So trying to introduce Ethereum to cosplayers, and she's actually submitted them. We actually, at the moment, we're running a cosplayer rewards program. So the way that works is if cosplayers do their little bit to promote Cosplay Token by writing an article or posting a photo with Cosplay Token in there, we're having a big competition with rewards paid out in Cosplay Token based on what you do. So if you write a good quality article or take a great photo that gets some good engagement, you can earn up to 2,000 COT, which is Cosplay Token for short, just for doing that. So you can find out more details about that. We'll post a link in the comments below, but also if you check out our website, you can find out some more details there. Have there been many cosplayers at the moment that have agreed to make player coins? Do we know how many are keen at the moment, or any projections there?
We don't have the exact numbers yet, but most of them are issuing their player coins. They would like to do it, but some of them don't understand the cryptocurrency yet, so they would like to study it first, because it's kind of difficult for them to understand it. So, but eventually they will issue their player coins, I'm sure.
Yeah. Another question that's come in is, well, probably Bancor related. Omri, how difficult is it to create a smart token? And will Cure have to be in constant contact with Bancor to keep creating new ones, or will they be right, do you think?
No, I think first of all, the team is very capable over at Cosplay Token. But all the tokens are open source, so all the smart contracts are open source. And to create a smart token, you just need to launch a smart contract with relevant parameters built into it. So it's pretty straightforward, and we're happy to be in contact with them, but it's unnecessary.
Fair enough. That's good. I like the sound of that. And another one for you. Can player coins be traded for each other, or do we have to trade them? Does a player coin, or if we're talking about Bancor, do we need to trade it back to the reserve before trading for another currency, or can you go straight between, say, CU coin, which is one of our ambassadors, and Combo Katie coin, another one of our ambassadors? Can you trade directly between, or do you need to go back to the reserve?
So on the blockchain level, so in the code, you can actually go from player to player. What actually ends up happening is in the background, it's going from player to cosplay token, from cosplay token to other player. So it's in the background, there is the shift, but you can go directly from one to the other. So from an end user, it'll be seamless. They won't even notice. They could trade one player coin for another, one cosplay coin for another. And since Cosplay Token is actually connected to the Bancor network, you can actually connect from any player coin to any one of the 100 and something tokens on the Bancor network. So these player coins actually have real value in a very easy to know, discoverable format, right? So every player coin has built-in price discovery, which we can link all the way back to whatever currency you want to use.
Cool. And how large do you hope to grow Cure Cosplay?
Okay, it's mentioned on our roadmap on white paper. By the end of 2019, we would like to reach 5 million members. But we are aiming 10 million members. That's our goal.
And how far is that? How far into the future?
Hopefully by the end of 2019.
2019, cool. So not too long. Like, what's that? A bit under 18 months away.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm just opening up a few. What's that? Ooh. Sorry, I just opened up the video itself. Sorry about that. I'm just having a look for some more questions, just scrolling down. Now, I've got a question from Gavin in the YouTube comments here. So how do I buy the smart token / player coins? Do I send COT into a smart contract? It sounds like he's a bit confused there.
Yeah. So that's exactly right. So you would actually send your COT into the player coin smart contract, and that smart contract generates new player coins and sends them back over to your wallet. Now, from an end user, the idea is it's going to be very, very seamless eventually, right? We're going to be able to see, you don't really have to understand how blockchain works or how currency works or any of this stuff. You're just going to be able to go to a player you like, to a cosplayer you like, buy their player coin directly through the, your wallet or your cosplay app or whatever ends up being the end user interface, and you'll be able to seamlessly buy, sell, trade these player coins. But yeah, on the actual blockchain level, that's what's happening. You're sending a token to a smart contract and generating new ones.
Cool, thanks, Omri. Now I got a question from Brian. Brian's asking, so as a cosplayer receives tokens from another player through buying their player token, they receive token from other players and they are rewarded from the cosplay ecosystem for creating engagement. Sorry, that question's confused me a bit. I think what Brian's trying to ask is, do they not only receive, as a cosplayer, do you not only receive tokens from the player, from other players? So, Brian, if you can reword that question for me and send that through again, I might give it another shot in a minute. Now, back to Gavin. Gavin's asked, seamless, as in I can do it through Cure. So Gavin's wondering if, when we're saying that it's seamless to transact the player coins, will that be all done through Cure WorldCosplay?
I mean, I think so. This is on Cure. I'm unsure exactly what the end user application will look like, right? But since it's interfacing directly with the blockchain, you could put that interface anywhere you want, on a Cure app, directly through Bancor, from any wallet.
If it's all open source, other people could implement their own program to do it too.
Exactly. It's kind of like once it's on the internet, you can use whatever browser you want to visit that web page. It's the same thing. It's just now on the blockchain, right? So now that it's on the blockchain, you can use the Cure app if you wanted. When that's out, the Bancor or any other wallet that implements the Bancor protocol.
Yeah. Now, question specifically, I reckon this is a good one for Shion. What do you think the biggest selling point of Cosplay Token is?
I think for the Cosplay Token, the selling point of the Cosplay Token is mainly for our, because we actually, as we mentioned before, our Cure WorldCosplay actually have a really big member base. Like what Ueno-san said, is our platform already supporting 12 language, which more than like 720,000 members from all over around 180 countries. So as we have a big member base, we can actually definitely help our product a lot for the to promote our Cosplay Token.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Like the really nice thing that attracted me to help to work with Cosplay Token was the fact that they had such a large existing platform, and not many, like definitely back last year at least, when ICOs were running, barely any had products already out on the market that were being used. And then earlier on, well, I guess through like December, January, February, March, that's when projects started coming out that had significantly more groundwork, like lots had MVPs and things like that. But I think Cosplay Token's really a bit of a leader there with the 720,000 users in their user base is a pretty nice start to be holding an ICO. And then from there, the implementation of Cosplay Token and player coins, hopefully we see quite a lot of people grow the cosplay industry and bring more crypto people that are interested in, because they already know about it, and it will hopefully bring the cosplayers and fans to start getting interested in cryptocurrency as well. So it's a really nice win-win situation for both. How do I, question from Telegram again. Someone's wondering about making an account on Cure WorldCosplay. How do they go about that?
Actually, it's really simple. You actually just access to the Cure WorldCosplay site, and then just name. You just need your name and your email to sign up for the Cure WorldCosplay account.
Thanks, Shion. So that's, I think you just need to head to worldcosplay.net for that.
Yeah, you can use your Facebook or Twitter to like connect to the Cure WorldCosplay, and you get your account.
Cool. Now back to Brian, who asked the question before that confused me a lot. Brian's asking, how do cosplayers earn more player token? They receive token from other players and the ecosystem. So I think Brian needs a bit of an explanation of when a cosplayer creates their own player coin, do they get some of that coin themselves? And do they then, how do they receive more tokens? Will they receive their own tokens from users, or what will occur there? I can probably answer this one myself if you guys want to give me a chance to.
Sure.
Yeah? So Brian, the way that when a cosplayer creates their own, to create their own coin, they need to deposit some cosplay token into a smart contract, which will then, and then they have a few options, and they'll be able to decide what they want to name their own coin. So if it was me, I'd probably call it Tom Coin. So I'd send some cosplay to a smart contract and receive some Tom Coin back at what we'll call a base price. And then say I'm a famous cosplayer and I say, hey, if you want to come and meet me at this event, and I'll sign some stuff for you and give you a photo album. But you can do that, but you have to, the only way I'll do that is if you pay coin. Then that creates a bit of a market for people to purchase Tom Coin, because they want to get these things signed. So then as people purchase Tom Coin from the smart contract, the total amount of Tom Coin increases, but also just the price. So the first people to get in buy at a cheaper price, and then as more and more people purchase, the price increases. So then for me, because I've created my initial coins, me as Tom Coin, I've actually got some tokens myself. That's correct, isn't it, Omri? I'm just checking with you.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Hey, because I'm basically explaining the Bancor and Cure protocols all in one. So I've got some tokens, and then me as a cosplayer, because I've created a ecosystem for people to use Tom Coin. So whether that be buying albums, maybe I do live streams and I allow people to interact with me for a price as well. And when people do that, if I charge them and I only accept Tomcoin, or I give people that pay in Tomcoin a bit of a discount, then people are going to buy them. That increases the price of Tomcoin, and it may mean that I can then sell my coins at some money there. And that's what we want for the ecosystem, because at the moment it's very hard for cosplayers to monetize themselves. But hopefully with this, it means that it's a bit easier for all cosplayers to be able to make a bit of money. We'll have more professional cosplayers right around the world, and it will grow the whole industry. Hopefully, so then Brian, so to the second part of your question, they receive tokens from other players and from the ecosystem. I guess initially they just receive tokens from the smart contract they created, and then over time they can receive tokens by selling products and things like that, and other users can decide to purchase them. Or the other thing that people might do is they might see a new up-and-coming cosplayer who they think will be huge in the future, and you can kind of buy some of their tokens at an early price and hope that over time those tokens are going to become more valuable because the cosplayer will become more famous as well.
Yeah, I actually really like this part of it. It's almost like if like a baseball player could have his own baseball cards, and you would actually hire that player with their own cards, right? It's a way to create human-based currency. So the currency is actually attributed to a person. And what's cool is that if you have two different cosplayers that are, one is a lot more popular than the other, so, for an appearance at an event or for a signature, whatever it is, that person who's more popular, their token is automatically more expensive than the other person. So it automatically creates this incentive program for the more popular people to have. For more popular people to have more expensive things, which you would expect, right? The more popular something is, the higher the demand, and the supply is fixed, which is one person. So it's like the start to having every human on the planet having their own currency, and it's a really cool implementation of it that Cosplay Token is doing.
And Brian just replied saying, the baseball card example is what I was using yesterday. Nice. So yeah. You're right on the ball, Omri.
Amazing.
Now, we've got a question from Amir on Telegram, who's asking, this one's definitely for you, Omri. Will Bancor list COT, and can player coins be traded on Bancor?
Yeah, I think the plan is, as soon as the ICO is over, as soon as Cosplay is ready to be tradable, it's going to be joining the program, the platform. So it's going to be, the Cos token will be on the Bancor network. And right now there's about 115 or 120, I haven't checked this morning, but about 120 tokens on the network, which means that immediately Cosplay token will be convertible for any one of these 120 tokens. So you're immediately giving it 120 trading pairs, right? Which is gives it more liquidity, or endless liquidity. For whenever somebody wants to buy or sell the token.
Now another one from Telegram. Do cosplayers have to create an account on Bancor and another on Cure to create their own tokens? I think.
So you won't actually need an account on Bancor, because again, the only thing you're doing is creating a smart contract on the blockchain. I think Cure is actually going to be doing the full implementation of that, right? So any player can create their own token directly through Cure. So I can create my own player coin through Cure.
Yeah, through the network for sure. I think through WorldCosplay to start with, and then potentially they'll open it up to. I guess it's open source. Anyone can decide to create their own portal to start being able to create your own player coin there, as long as it's connecting up with the smart contracts.
Yeah. Taro, maybe you can talk about what that's going to look like, the interface for the user. So any user will be able to create their own player coin from your portal, right?
Yes. So after the ICO, we're gonna develop our platform. It will be more user-friendly, and it has more languages. Then we would like to have a digital membership ID, so we can record all the users' activity. Then yeah, we would like to implement Bancor protocol and wallet function later, so that you can send and receive COT on our platform. And you, yeah.
Yeah, very nice. Now, Jack's in the YouTube comments, Jack's asking he says, I have friends who cosplay, but they're not famous, just amateur. Can they still make one?
Of course, like actually everyone can make one. So for our main themes, like is just supporting the cosplayer. So for example, the costume and wig is actually really expensive. So for example, the cosplayer is not that like rich, and maybe he can only do like 2 cosplay character for 1 year. So when he make his own coin, and then more people supporting him, so he make like around 4 character, for instance, like 4 character for 1 year. So he was getting more and more famous. So it's like mainly for supporting.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a really cool implementation that I didn't even consider. Like if you're just cosplaying and somebody wants to give you a donation, they could just buy your coin, right?
Yeah, cosplay fans tip their own, their favorite cosplayers.
Wow, that's great. It's a cool idea.
Yeah, I think that does sound like a pretty nice way to use it for sure. And because I think like it seems to me like the cosplay is this correct in the cosplay industry? There seems to be like lots of camaraderie and people help each other out quite a bit. With like you have like famous photographers helping out their favorite players, or even like little known players. It's like everyone helps each other quite a bit. So that could be a really good use case. Cool. Ooh. Jack's saying he had a few questions earlier that I must have missed. He definitely said, "What's up, guys?" at the start. Just having a quick look through. Jack asks, Shion, can you tell us more about how you intend to use player coin? Can they be used outside of Cure? And are you making one? What would yours be?
So actually, so mainly is for doing more cosplay, and then I will mainly use for the merchandise for myself. Like I'm selling my photo books and photos, etc. And because I'm going to do for Comic Get market in Japan, and I'm actually going to Taiwan tomorrow for merchandise my like photo books and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna make one for sure. And for questions like can actually can they be used outside of the Cure? We hope we can make it. Is our like our target. And then for myself, of course, my cosplay name actually is not Shion, but Kinoko. So I mainly make it for like King Court, so like K-I-N.
Cool. That sounds good. And I guess, so that's your equivalent of Tom Coin. Very good.
No offense, Tom, but I think her coin is going to be more expensive than your coin.
I'm not too sure if my cosplay career hasn't even started yet. Maybe I've got a bright future. I think quite unlikely, to be honest. But yeah, who knows? Who knows what will be happening? Now, Jack's also asking, what is the user experience like to create a coin? Is it easy? I think we kind of already covered that before, and it should all be in the platform. So not too difficult at all. Now, just checking, we're going to try and wrap it up in about 10 minutes, everyone. So if you've got any last questions, make sure you get sending them through now. Let's have a quick flick through. This one's probably for Omri. I see Yudi, a founder of Bancor, is an advisor for cosplay. How closely are Yudi and Cot working together?
Yeah, so Yudi's actually the CTO at Bancor, and so he's the smart contract guru. So to build the network that Cosplay Token that Cure is actually trying to do is, I think there's a lot of things that we learned in the creation of our network that we've been sharing, and so we've been. I think Yudi and the Cure team have been in pretty close collaboration. Is that right?
Yes.
And how did that connection start? Are you aware of that, Omri, or do you guys in the cosplay team know about that?
I think it was fate.
So one of our advisors knows the CEO of Bancor.
Yep.
So they introduced us to the CEO first. Then we started our relationship.
Oh, cool. Now I got a question from the YouTube.
Guy and Yudi are both big cosplay fans, so that's also the connection.
Nice. We've got MoWorks ourselves are asking some questions in the YouTube chat. They're asking, when does the ICO start?
Yeah. 29th of July, 2 more days.
Yeah, not too long now. So you can actually check if you head to hot.curecos.com and hit the crowd sale button up the top. It takes you to the crowd sale page, and it starts. There's a countdown timer just there. So 2 days, 14 hours, 7 minutes, and 29 seconds. So not too long at all. So make sure you head there and hit join the whitelist, so you can start getting involved, start getting KYC organized, and then you'll be able to participate in the token sale. Now I've got another question from Mo Shaheen in the YouTube chat saying, what's the minimum purchase during the ICO? I'll take this one. So the minimum purchase is pretty sure 0.2 ETH, so roughly about 100 USD or thereabouts at the current Ethereum price. You got to, at the moment, you can only purchase during the crowd sale using Ethereum. Nothing else is accepted. And there's actually going to be 2 different sites where you can make that purchase. The crowd sale is going to be available both through the cot.curecos.com, through the Cosplay Token's own website. That's hosted by Selfkey. But also Cosplay Token have partnered with Cryptos. Cryptos spelt with a Q, which is quite a large exchange. And they offer listing of ICOs on there to make like a seamless way for their users to participate in selected ICOs. So we're lucky enough that Cryptos have brought Cosplay Token on board there. So all their users will have very easy access. One thing to note there is there's actually a bonus structure that's slightly different between the 2 different platforms, which is a little bit confusing, but we think it will work for everyone. And that's on the Cure, on the Cosplay Token side of things. The bonus structure is based on if you're willing to vest your tokens for a certain period of time, be that 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, or 24 months, you get a bonus of 10%, 20%, 30%, or 40%. So you can do that there, or you can head across to and do your KYC, sign up on Cryptos and do your KYC there. And they are offering a 10% bonus to start with, and then that decreases over time as well. So there's 2 ways to do it, depending on Cryptos's ones don't have any vesting period. Cosplay tokens and the KYC through self-key, that has a vesting period and you can get bonuses, or you can decide to opt out on the vesting period if you want as well. So 2 different options there. You can find out more details on the website and in the white paper. But yeah, make sure you have a read of that, because it's important that you pick the one that's best for you. Now, Shaheen's also asking in YouTube comments, this one's probably for Omri, will Bancor be promoting Cure? I guess Cure WorldCosplay, Cosplay Token. Omri?
You know, I don't know the details of that, of what that promotion is going to look like, but I feel like this counts. This classifies as promoting Cure. So, you know, I think the fact that cosplay is such a unique implementation of the Bancor protocol, that's something that's exciting to us. Taking the Bancor protocol and using it in this way. So we're really excited to see where it goes and excited to be a part of it.
Yeah. Now, I think that just about wraps up the questions coming in. There hasn't been a new one for a couple of minutes, but maybe if you guys have any, want to say anything else to the audience, is there anything? Oh, sorry, another new one came in, but just a statement. That's very exciting news. You should push how Cosplay Token is using it, says Shaheen. And Gavin says, this is sick. Love Bancor. So
thanks, Gavin.
Positive feedback there.
Great.
Yeah, so any final words before we finish off this AMA? Maybe you guys, cosplay team, Shion, Daisuke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have only 2 more days until the public sale, crowd sale. So please keep checking out our token sale.
Yeah, please support our project.
Yeah, thanks so much. And it's an absolute fantastic project, and it's been a pleasure, absolute pleasure to work with both the Cosplay Token team. I'm often in contact with Yuki, and she's absolutely fantastic to work with, as are the rest of the team. So yeah, it's a pleasure to work with them, and I'm looking forward for the next couple of weeks during our token sale and onwards from there. Omri, anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, sure. I would say come check out Bancor Network. It might look like a decentralized exchange or might look like a normal exchange, but there's some really, really, really clever tech that's happening on the back end. And specifically buying and selling directly from a smart contract instead of from a person. So there's a lot of really interesting opportunities there. There's a lot of arbitrage opportunities there where you can buy and sell from different exchanges. And there's a lot of great tokens like hopefully Cosplay Token will be on the network as well very soon. Cool.
Well, thanks so much for all 4 of you.
Yeah, you're kind of cutting out there.
So
just turn it over. Okay, well, perfect timing, huh?
Yeah.
I may have just lost. I don't know if I've still got you or not, but
It's right.
It's okay now.
Yeah.
We can hear you.
is it working?
Goodbyes are always difficult. I understand.
At least it's happened at the end rather than midway through. Well, I think that wraps us up. So I'll say bye. If you guys want to log off, we've got. I've just got my computer. My other computer is the one running this, and I've just used a separate computer for my stream. So it might take a little while for me to actually get over there and press the stop button. So yeah, if you guys want to head off, all good, and I'll get this shut down. But thanks so much for joining me. It's been a pleasure. And yeah, all the best. Good luck to Bancor. Good luck to Cosplay Token. It should be good.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Times.